lay on the floor without the roller for a minute, okay? So we're laying on the floor, we're going live. We're doing a class here, and I welcome everybody. Thank you. So we're going to go for about 20 minutes, which once I start rolling, sometimes I can be on this thing for hours. So it just feels so good. So again, if you have questions, let me know. All right, so let's just do a nice side to side knee. So I call this windshield wiper. Okay, so we're opening up the hips. We've had requests for hip, back, knee today, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take some nice deep breaths. And we're just rolling side to side here. So, just be aware of, does one side feel differently than the other? Okay, do you have any tweaks in your knees, your hips, your lower back? So people always ask me, can I roll if I'm feeling pain? Well, you know what? One of the things is we need to be a pain seeker. We kind of need to search out our pain and deal with it and not ignore it, right? So we want to notice where are we stiff, where are we in pain, and address that. All right, so now let's come back to center. So we're going to take the roller, and it's going to go on between our heels and our bum. All right, heels to bum. Okay, and then you're going to lift your bum up and roll the roller on the back of your hips. So sometimes people get caught up in, Tanya, where does it have to be exactly? Okay, there's no exact spot as long as you feel comfortable. So again, let's just do that windshield wiper here and just notice the difference. And now I'm not going to get into all the technical parts about fascia. I'm going to try and keep this light, even though I am a talker and I love educating and empowering people about their body. I'll try not to get too deep into that in this one here. So I just want you to rock back and forth and connect with your breath and really breathe into your belly, everybody. Most of us are breathing into the chest. We need to breathe into that belly. And notice, do you feel any clicking? Oh, this feels so good. Okay. So the other thing is always work where you are. So as we progress, if something gets a little too much, just go back down another level, all right? Okay, so come back to center. I'm going to lift the right knee up and then the left leg up. So this is called tabletop, right? So we're just holding in tabletop, and I just want you, I love closing my eyes. I am not a meditator, but I am a roller meditator. When I'm on my roller, I just love connecting to my breath. I love just feeling my body sink in. Feels so good. So I have kind of like an ADHD personality, so I can't just meditate laying on the ground. I have to either have my roller or my blocks or my balls or something. And this really has calmed me down because I'm not always a calm person, very go, go, go. So this has allowed me to really turn on my parasympathetic, rest, relax, restore nervous system as opposed to the sympathetic, always on the go. Okay, now we're just going to rock the knees. So just bring those knees together, and we're just going to rock side to side, but just very gently. And again, you can close your eyes, make sure you're connecting with your breath. Oh, just feeling that sensation in the body. So I've been teaching for about 30 years. It's my passion. I love it. And for 2 years now, I've had an online membership, and everybody just joins me like this on Zoom or goes on to my membership, and there's over 400 videos in there now, and a lot of rolling classes, a lot of beginners classes, huge variety. Okay, now we're going to hold it on the right side. Okay, now I just want you to circle, keep your knees crazy glued together, and just take a nice circle into that side here. Oh, that feels good. And again, Does it feel good to you? There's different densities of rollers, right? So this one I'm using today is a medium density. I have a hard density one, I just don't know where it went. And so depending on the density, let's change directions. On the density of the roller, this can be too much for some people. So if it's too much, you can always use a rolled up towel, okay? You can use a rolled up towel to start and ease into it, or I do a lot of miracle ball classes as well, and that's like a stage before this one to help get rid of the inflammation out of our cells. Now let's just hold it here, and we're also using some core. Some core work is going on here so we don't tip over. And then we're going to come to center and just hold it here for a moment, and you should notice that that right side feels more relaxed. It feels like the left side should feel hard on the roller, the right side should feel relaxed. Okay? So most of you are muted, but if you feel that, I hope you feel that. We'll just connect at the end. And now we're going to go, yeah, you feel it?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, right? Look, and what did we do? We did that for like a minute. Now we're going to go to the left side, and we're just going to rock back and forth. So basically, our cells get dried and dehydrated, right? And so what we're doing here is and pain is a lot of dehydration. It's a lot of, well, there's emotional, mental, physical energy in our cells. But what we're doing here is we're hydrating our cells and we're pumping them up. And we're just, oh my gosh, they're just so happy when we're doing this. And then we're going to circle. This side's more painful for me, a little more tender. So again, just notice that right to left side. Maybe sometimes it's always the same. Maybe sometimes, one side is different than the other. But I want you to get to know your body. Know what it feels like. And let's change directions. Breathing, keeping this opposite shoulder down on the floor. Oh, that feels good. Nice. And then just hold it here for a moment. Hold. And notice, do you feel this coming into your lower back? Do you feel this coming down your IT band, which is the side of the leg? Is it coming into your knees? Can you feel it in your feet? Because we're not just we're not pieces. We're a whole body. So when we do something somewhere, it radiates all around us. Now we're going to come back to center. And let's just hold here for a second. And yeah, that feels better. I can feel that it's not as hard into the roller. Sometimes I do these checks, sometimes I don't. And then we're going to I love this. I love this pose here because it's a reverse child's pose. So a lot of people I deal with have knee issues or ankle inflexibility. And this is just what I call a reverse child's pose. It gets into that beautiful lower back, which a lot of you asked for today. And it's just a nice stretch. So just notice how close are your knees to your chest. And if your roller is kind of rolling away from you, you can always, just put a foot on the floor, lift up, adjust, and come back up. All right? So you always want to be comfy. Now we're going to put our hands on our right shin and extend that left leg to the floor. Now, there's a couple different things you can do here. So like I said, if you need to move that roller, I need to move mine a little bit. You can really focus on pulling that right knee into your chest, okay? And you can keep a bent left leg, or you can straighten it at the knee. And then you can do a little bend and straighten. So some of you asked for some knee stuff today, so we can just warm up our knee here by just gently extending the leg. And again, you can pull this knee in as much as you want, or just, nice and soft, whatever feels good. Okay, and then just relax wherever that feels good to you. And of course, you can always make this harder. So, but we're going to keep it nice and easy today. And then let's bring that left knee in. And now just notice left to right here. That knee may feel closer to your chest. It may feel closer to your face. Anybody feel that?
Yep.
Yeah, good, see? So we have released some tension in our muscles. Now we're gonna put our hands on our left leg. Oh gosh, this side's tight. And let's add some bending and straightening of this leg here. Good, some nice breaths in and out. Using that breath. Oh, I hope this feels good, everybody. And again, if you had some knee issues, you can always put your hands behind the knee. All right, so, one thing I encourage with my participants in my membership is there's always something you can do, always. So don't use your aches and pains, your stiffness for an excuse, because we can always back up the bus and find something that's easier to do and then progress you forward. It is not worth jumping in and hurting yourself. Okay, now let's bring that knee in. Oh, good. And I teach a roller class or a miracle ball or stretching class every week, live. And I thought I'd just pop in and do a special treat today for some of you. And now we're going to put our feet flat to the floor. Okay, so just notice how that feels. And just I'm going to talk about pain for a second here. If you at any time during this feel like a raw, achy, bruisey kind of pain, that's okay. That's just waking up the muscles. If you feel a sharp, stabbing pain, not good, okay? So again, that's something we would address. It doesn't mean you stop everything, but we just need to address what's going on. Okay, so what I want you to do is engage your root, engage your core. Okay, you're going to lift your bum up. We're going to roll that roller, and we're going to put it underneath the back of the knees. Okay, underneath the knees like so. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I do a lot of this with my private clients, and there's lots of knee videos in my membership. Okay, so you have your lateral part of your knee, which is the outside. Then we have the middle, and then we have the centered, and then we have the medial inner part of the knee. So all I want you to do here is take all 10 toes up to the ceiling, okay, and we're just going to straighten the legs and bend. Okay, now when you straighten the legs, I don't want you to crank on the knees, okay? It's soft knees. Too many of us are standing incorrectly. So most of us are standing with too much weight on the front of the feet. We're pulling up on our knees. This is why we have some knee issues. So, again, one of the things that I talk about in my classes is, it's great to do these classes, but how do you move the other, 20 hours of the day, 23 hours of the day, right? So that you can support your body and not give yourself any more aches and pains. And one of them is posture. Posture is huge. Okay, so we're going to just do the right leg. So relax both heels to the ground and just lift that right leg up and down. Now, again, 5 toes to the ceiling. Don't crank the knee. I want the work to come from your quad all the way to the toes, and we're just massaging the back of this knee here. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we're breathing, and we're going to hold that leg up, and we're just going to externally rotate it, internally rotate it. Externally rotate the knee. Oh, internally rotate the knee. Okay, so what is this doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, this core hip joint is a ball and socket. So we are doing some nice external rotation, internal rotation. It gets very stuck. So you may feel some work going on in the lower back here, okay, as we internally, externally rotate this knee. So this is so simple to do, right? This is, the things I teach are not about killing yourself. It's about how do you preserve your body and make it work for you. Keep it going. And then you can start to have some fun adding different things in. Okay, now we're just going to bring that right knee to the floor. Just relax. And now you should feel that leg feels heavier than the left. It should feel softer behind the knee. I know you're all feeling it. And now we're going to put the kneecap, the 5 toes of the left leg up to the ceiling. And then again, let's straighten and bend that leg. Don't crank the knee. All right? We're using this beautiful quad. The quad attaches below the knee joint, and we're shortening that quad, engaging it, contracting it to pull that heel off the ground. And we're doing some nice, gentle behind the knee work here. I could probably spend 3 hours doing stuff on the knees. So this is just like step one. And let's hold it up, and we're going to roll it out and in. Oh, so feel that medial edge, feel that lateral edge, and notice the femur. You're twisting from your femur, everybody. Okay, don't think about your foot. Your foot is following. Don't twist your foot. You're twisting, you're rotating from the femur. And then how does that feel in your lower back? Breathing. Oh, yeah. So I have a 30-day roller challenge, which basically breaks down every single exercise into like a 5-minute section. So you really learn how to do things properly, because, one of my things is form is key, right? You've got to have the correct form here. Good. Now let's relax that leg. Oh, how are those legs feeling, everybody? Are you feeling relaxed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. All right, so now let's bend those knees again, okay? Engage your core, your root, lift your booty up, your butt off the ground here, okay? And roll that roller, and then let's just do that windshield wiper again, coming into the back. Oh. Breathing. Slow it down, exploring into those hips. And I'm not going to get into it in this video, but a lot of lower back pain is coming from the front of the body. So again, we address that in the membership. Lower back pain deals with, because you're compressed through the hips, the core, the ribs. And until you address those issues, you're going to continue to, that's the root cause, you're going to continue to have some back pain. Okay, come to center and lift those legs up into the sky. All right? So this is a very restorative pose here. You can hold the roller if you feel like it's rolling out from underneath you. And again, just let those legs hang. You can circle the feet, which really helps your knees. So many problems in the knees start because our feet have not been worked. And again, I have, I don't know, I probably have 10 videos on how to work your feet, your ankles, your lower leg. Because if you don't release those, then again, you're getting into the knee and the back issues. So you got to find the root issues that are going on here. So point and flex, notice one side to the other. And then we're just going to walk on the ceiling. So not very big walks, just some nice, gentle walks. Noticing how that feels on the back of the hips. Oh, yeah. Good. And then we're going to just open the legs and close them. Open the legs and close. Nice. And if that's too much, you can bend your knees a little bit. You don't have to open them very much, but we're just getting into that tailbone area, back of the spine, the lower spine, hydrating those hips up into that lower back. Good. Then just hold those legs up there, and then bring those knees back into the chest. Letting them get heavy, and you should notice they feel a little more bouncy, a little more flexible, maybe a little lower to the chest. And then we're slowly going to bring one foot to the floor and then the other foot to the floor. And just let that relax for a moment. Oh, hydrating those hips, hydrating into the back. Good. Then engage the root. Okay, it's really important to do that to protect your lower back. Lift up, roll that roller out, come all the way down. Oh. And now let's just take those legs back into windshield wiper here. And just notice, remember this isn't a one and done, right? This is a practice. I mean, I've been using the roller for, I think, I don't know, it's either 10, 12 years now. I didn't just do it once. It is something I bring in, and with consistency, that is the magic pill, everybody, consistency. You will feel different in your body, and it feels so good. So just notice, do you feel a little more range of motion in through here? And then we're going to come back to center and just lengthen those legs. I should have done this at the beginning because honestly, you feel like you're an inch taller at the end of the class. Oh, and then take a nice long stretch. You can point those toes, point those fingers, stretch and reach. And then just completely feel like a bowl of jelly on the floor. Everything's relaxed. Ah. And how do you feel, everybody?
Good. That was great.
Yay.
That feels great.
Perfect. So I just wanted to give you a little taste of me because, you know, this is, like I said, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've now had an online membership for 2 years now, and almost 2 years. And it's, you know, I have recorded everything I've done. So there's 400 videos at your fingertips any time of the day that you feel like doing any kind of exercise. Like I said at the beginning, I don't do CrossFit. I'm not like, that's not my style, but I do a lot of rolling. I do a lot of miracle ball work, Pilates. We do abs classes every week. We do, what else do we do? We do some HIIT and Tabata. I do have hard classes. I do weight classes. So there's all sorts of things, but I tell you, I'm just in love with rolling. I love it so much. So, you know, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. So let me know. Good morning, Tara, on Facebook, and you are welcome, Monica. In my membership, some of you do live classes with me. A lot of people just have access to my membership, so they don't see me live. That's, you know, up to you whether you want to do that or not. But does anybody have any questions at all that I can answer about what we just did?
You do have a mixed class?
I do. What do I do? I do a mixed class. So I have. So in my membership, I have. So I'll just back it up here. When I do live classes, I do Tuesday morning is like a rolling flexibility class. You're welcome, Angie. Tuesday night I do abs. Thursday morning I do like a muscle mania. Anything goes with weights. We're strengthening. And Saturday morning, this morning we did build a better butt without squatting. So Saturday is a variety of things. There's a lot of people that join me live, but there's also a lot of people who I record every single class I do, and then it goes into the membership. So as soon as I finish the class, I upload it into the membership, and they're literally, I'm not kidding, like a mixed class. There'd probably be 100 classes to choose from at this point. So Kathy's a member. She can, you know, vouch for me here. There's,
absolutely.
Yeah. And not only do I do, you know, movement classes, but you know, we are a whole being. We do a lot of mindset work. So you actually get a free coaching call every Monday. Again, it's recorded. That is transformational. It is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to pat myself on the back.
Changing people's lives.
Yeah. It is such a, and part of your membership, whether you're live with me or not, you get that. And we also do nutrition work. We do a lot of, stuff like that. So I look at the whole body. I've been doing this a long time. A lot of people say to me, Tanya, you're 10 instructors rolled into one. I have got so many certifications, so many decades of knowledge, and I just give it to you. And you have it all when you click into the membership. So I hope that answers your question about the mixed classes. There are tons of mixed classes. I probably have 50 beginners classes where you go in and you actually learn how to lift weights properly. We break down every single muscle group. You spend, 5 minutes and you learn how to work your biceps, your triceps, your chest. You learn how to do it with weights and without weights. So, and then if you're feeling high energy, I got some high energy classes. Yes, Kathy, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say all the challenges you do too, Tanya, which are wonderful.
Yeah, so we do like a 30-day gut butt challenge we just did. We did we do a dissolve your cellulite challenge. We do smoothie challenges. This is all inside my membership. It's motivational. It keeps people accountable. So we have a lot of fun.
One more question. Do you do, like, if you didn't want to join the whole thing, do you do classes, individual classes that one could pay for?
Yeah, you could do that. So every month, at the beginning of the month, I'm not sure if you see this on the website, but I post every single class I'm going to do for the entire month. And if you just want to pick one of those classes, you can pay me for the class. I'll give you the Zoom code to come in and you can do that class.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions at all? Okay, so I hope that's, like I said, I love the rolling, and I'll offer some free classes because it's a great way for people to get to know me and what I do. So if there's anything that you want, and you're kind of like, I still don't know Tanya that well, I want to see what she does, let me know. And I'd be happy to do another free Zoom class, and so that you guys can get an idea of my style. I got to sit up straight. I'm crouching a little too much there. And because the screen's here. So, ask me any questions, or like Pat said, if you just want to come in and pay for a class just to see how I'm doing. I have to tell you though, the membership is a screaming deal. Compared to what I used to, I make a lot less money teaching my classes now than when I was doing it live, because you have access to all my classes. So it is a screaming deal, in my opinion, for what you get. You get a nutrition person, a mindset coach, a lifestyle coach, a personal trainer, Pilates instructor, foam rolling guru. You get a pain-free management specialist. You get a lot of stuff for not very much money a month. So you're going to get an email. For those of you that are on Zoom, you're going to get an email after this that will give you some more information about that, because I thank you for showing up live. So I always want to, give you something that you can take, as a special gift for being here. All right, is there anything else?
Nope. What, Tanya?
Well, perfect. Thank you for being here, and reach out to me. If you have any questions at all, please reach out, and thank you. Enjoy your day, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Healthy hugs. Thanks for rolling with me.